I have a theory about why the compliment, I like this, it's not too sweet, is such a big thing in places like the Philippines specifically. And I'm going to tell you what it is. The other day, I went to my parents' house and I was talking to my mom about my platform and how I talk about health and Filipino food and how you don't have to give up your culture in order to eat healthy. And immediately she goes, "Oh, you should talk about our fruits." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I will eventually." And she's like, "No, you should talk about how we eat them for our dessert." And I realized the whole time growing up, after most meals, my family would provide at least 3 to 4 different kinds of fruits after we eat. Things like blueberries, bananas, strawberries, cantaloupe, mango, watermelon, pineapple. If we could get the fruits from the Philippines, like atis or lomboy, I think it's called, grapes, avocados, cooked plantains, any kind of fruits, we would always have it in a Tupperware right next to our dishes as soon as we were done eating. I remember thinking that was super normal. And growing up, whenever I would go to other people's houses, I would kind of expect there to be fruits, and usually there weren't. There weren't even half the amount of fruits. So, as she said that, I remembered my nutrition classes that I took in college and how one of the main things that we learned is that sugar is something that you can build a tolerance to, just like alcohol. For example, when you first start drinking, maybe you'll get drunk off of 2 shots, but then the more you drink, maybe instead of getting that same level of drunk at 2 shots, you're gonna get drunk at 4 shots, at 6 shots, at 8 shots, on and on and on and on as it goes. And so the same thing happens to your body when you consume large amounts of sugar. So I remember thinking, why is it that Filipinos, for the most part, don't like super sweet desserts? And my theory is that our palates are so accustomed to the natural sweetness that occurs in things like fruits because that is our daily dessert. I know that there are things like bibingka, like cassava cake, like buko pandan, like halo halo, whatever types of desserts there are, I know that they exist. And maybe it is just my family, but please let me know if you've experienced this too. We also didn't eat those often. We would eat those mainly when there were things like parties. It gave me food for thought, and it reminded me that in Filipino culture, fruits can be seen as desserts as well. There are so many different kinds of fruits that have many different levels of natural sweetness to them when it comes to things like mango or things like dragon fruit. So if you are on this journey of reincorporating Filipino food alongside your health journey, fitness journey, remember that fruits play a vital role in this as well. And remember, you don't have to give up your culture in order to eat healthy. Sometimes all you need to do is adjust.